Well, I've got something here I wanted to do a video on for a while, and I finally managed to get one. It's a Volks Gas Mask 37, which was one of the civilian masks issued in Nazi Germany during World War II. So the box isn't in great condition, but it still sort of does up. And this is the Volks Mask 37, or Volks Gas Mask 37. So you've got your filter here, a screw filter again. Germany was quite advanced for the time. It's got one of those sort of shower head style sort of filter bottoms there, and sort of obviously your intake there with a screw. Now, interesting to note, this one's in quite good condition because you can still sort of faintly see the Reich Eagle there stamp on it. Any distinguishing marks? Apparently this filter was made in 1938, and I guess that's the 4th month there. And I guess the serial numbers of this bit here, 750 and 5125. So that's the filter, fairly standard screw filter, but does its job. Now obviously you can see here we've got the mask in the box, so I'm just going to get this sort of out. So what you'll notice with this is it's a helmet style mask, obviously what the Russian masks are famous for, but this one being a German one. So you've got your filter intake at the bottom there, which your filter would screw into. You've got your sort of rubber here. The rubber on this one's in very good condition. Also the eyepieces haven't discoloured. On my Volks Mask 40, or Volks Gas Mask 40, they've discoloured. And again, we can see some production things here. You've got a Reich Eagle that's still visible. It says 109 and then WAA 320 underneath. Same sort of on the other side, but no stamp. You've obviously got a flapper valve for your nose there. That's your exhale valve. That's your intake valve there. So these masks are a lot more competently made than obviously the British civilian masks. But again, they would have cost more. And one of the things that you often see of Nazi German stuff is the actual quality of the stuff is really good. The issue was that they needed lots and lots of things. So as the war went on, they eventually started to realise that producing very high quality, well machined, equipment was not really what they wanted to be doing. For example, the Panther Tank, the Panzer V, was originally meant to be a lightweight sort of T-34 style tank, Sherman style tank. Hitler demanded that more armour and a bigger gun be put on it until the tank, became a lot less useful than it would have been. Same with a lot of other German heavy equipment. Anyway, so that's this mask. As you can see, it's a cool latex style hood, or some sort of rubber hood. So if you're familiar with Russian helmet masks like the GP5, this is kind of an early example of one. Although Russians did have some helmet style design masks in World War I, they sort of went away from them for a while and then went back to them in the Cold War. There's also an instruction manual for it here. So it looks like DM, but it's Nazi font where D and V is almost the same thing. But so VM37, Die Deutsch, I guess that is, in the weird text. Maybe it is Deutsch, maybe it's not. But so the German Volks Gas Mask, People's Gas Mask. Assuming that I'm reading the font right, because it said it's written in the typical, stereotypical Nazi font, which is actually hard to read. So you've got some picture instructions in here. Take your mask out of the box, here's the part, stretch it over your head. I guess that's saying do an airtight seal, make sure it fits properly, and make sure you carry it around with you at all times. So, yeah, quite interesting to have the little instructions in there. As I said, I've been wanting one of these for a while, because I've had the Volks Mask, or Volks Gas Mask 40, but the issue is with the Volks Gas Mask 40 is that it's a bit more cut down and less interesting. So anyway, I'm just going to reseal this back up, and I'm just going to get the Volks Gas Mask out in case you haven't seen it, and then we'll cut to that. So here's the Volks Gas Mask 40 box. As you can see with this one, it's actually a simplified box. It just lifts on and off. It's cut down in size, which is good. There's actually a proper place for the filter in the sort of cardboard of this box. So if we actually have a look at the Volks mask itself, you'll see that quality-wise this is a massive cut down. You've got the same sort of rubber and everything from the previous one. Again, the Reich stamp's still in good condition on this, but the eyepieces have fogged up. But it's like I was saying, the idea was cut a lot of the rubber off and use straps to cheapen it. So it's now turning, although it still has an exhale valve, obviously for production cost reasons, it's now becoming a lot more like the British gas masks. So again, you've got the same type of filter in there, and you've got the instruction manual underneath there. So the reason I wanted the VolksGasMaske 37 is simply because it's, you know, a much higher quality version of pretty much the same thing, rather than being a big cut down version. Now let's see if I can get that mask back in. There we go. So yeah, that's just a quick overview. It was, as production went on, we will cut the cost down by putting the straps on rather than having the big rubber hood, because that costs us more money. So that's your Volks Gas Mask 40. So it's the exact same thing really, but with straps and much more reduced rubber. So the Volks Gas Mask 37 looks a lot more interesting. Now I'm going to show you something else which is also a very similar design. So what we have here is a Finnish M39 gas mask in a similar sort of box with string to do it up. And then open it up and yep, look at this. It is a very similar rubber sort of hood mask, but this one actually has the exhale valve there at the bottom, which is a lot superior in my opinion than having a flapper valve on the nose. But see, this is the same sort of creepy sort of looking thing, and you know, it's all very similar inside, except this, as I said, it's got that exhale valve there rather than an intake. Now I think looking at this that the exhale valve has actually, I don't actually know if it has or not, but I'm not sure if the exhale valve's actually broken on this and now there's you know, not an intake or exhale valve that would be airtight. But it's a very similar design. It's basically the rubber hood. Again, the filter looks sort of similar if you opened it. But yeah, if you wanted to get something that resembled a Volks gas mask but didn't want to pay, you know, £30 to £50 for one in good condition, you can normally get these Finnish ones fairly cheap. Now people have asked me if I was going to test this. If I can get a filter that will fit it, I will. I just want to see if this will make an airtight seal. See, with the German World War II masks, because they're more valuable, I don't really want to try them on and stretch the rubber. But with this Finnish one, I'll see if I can actually get it to fit me. So, there you go, that's the mask on. The exhale valve certainly makes a weird vibrating noise when I talk, but it does actually seem that it does make an airtight seal. So, if at any point I do investigate this and find a filter that fits it, I'd be happy to test if it still works, but at the moment it just makes a creepy sort of noise whenever I talk. But yeah, obviously it goes without saying, do not use the original filters with these masks if you do decide to put them on, because the original filters for all of these should have contained asbestos. But there you go. There's some of the sort of German Axis civilian gas masks with the helmet style rubber hoods.